Namaste. How have you been? How's the breathing technique been going? Has it been comfortable? Have you been feeling discomfort, perhaps? Has it taken you into a place of peace? Has your Kundalini risen? Or has it taken you to that place of stillness, a calmness, a peacefulness? Whatever might be happening, know that it is working. If maybe your life has suddenly become a little bit more chaotic, it is because the Kundalini has started to rise and it has started to bring some stuff into your space for you to deal with. And as you deal with it, you clear it. And so the Kundalini can raise higher and higher. Now, sticking with the Kundalini, I shall give you some little examples as to what the Kundalini is when it rises. So symptoms to know that the Kundalini is raising. One of the first symptoms that I noticed when it started raising with myself was quite an intense energy that started to move up the body. Even a little bit, in the very beginning it was actually a little bit uncomfortable. And as time went on, I began to realize that this is what it is, and I began to trust it. Now, there are many things that can start happening when the Kundalini starts to raise. One is shaking, almost, if you think of a dog, when it comes out the water and then shakes itself to get rid of the water, or maybe like two ducks are fighting or something, and then afterwards there's this formal way they give themselves a good shake to just release that energy. You will find that that's a possibility that might happen, is you might get this sudden need to shake your body to just allow the energy to flow more. What I understand is that the reason for this is because as the energy starts to raise, it starts to reach certain blockage points within your energy field, and the shaking just helps dislodge that energy. It's almost like you're throwing it off, throwing it out there, and then the Kundalini can rise higher. It could be a much more gentle process for you. I've had that experience as well, where it feels like warm water rushing, flowing, like waves of warm water just sort of pulsating through the body, up and down. And you might even find your body start to want to move like this, or you might not actually be moving like that, but you might be feeling as though you're moving backwards and forwards, almost like you're rocking. I find that sometimes my head will want to rotate in a certain fashion, and it's almost like a sensation where a centering is taking place. Those are some symptoms. You might not be feeling anything physically within the body. Spontaneous laughter is another one that I've noticed comes up quite a bit. Suddenly you will just start laughing, either at yourself or for no reason at all. It could just start happening. Intense feelings of peace and bliss, and tranquility. And there are probably numerous other symptoms that could tell that your Kundalini is raising. So when this happens, just allow it to take place, allow it to happen. If you do go into the whole shaking experience, don't worry, don't freak out. You're not having an epileptic fit or anything, although sometimes it might look like that. As long as you, and there is one fundamental difference, you will be able to still have a sense of control. So you will be able to stop it if it does happen like that. I will put a little warning in there: if by chance you are epileptic, please proceed with this with great caution, and maybe be in a place where there are other people involved or around you. We're dealing with the Kundalini, because we don't, it is not anyone's intention that we would activate an epileptic fit. Our purpose is to activate the Kundalini and bring you into a place of peace and bliss. So that is the Kundalini. Coming from that now, and the reason I mentioned these cautions, both in the breathing technique and right now, is simply because this is very powerful energy. It is the spark of the divine that is sitting within your base chakra, or deep within your belly. Some say the deep within the belly, others say the base chakra. It is that divine spark that lives within you, that is dormant, asleep. And as it begins to awaken, it is a very powerful energy that moves through you. And if you have lots of energy blockages within your system, it can create some discomfort as it clears those blockages. Simply because that blocked energy still needs to be dealt with. Otherwise what happens is it goes out and it'll just come back again because you haven't dealt with it. So the Kundalini will literally blast your chakra systems open and get them to spin at the appropriate speeds they are supposed to be spinning at. So this is the only reason for the cautions, and obviously please, understand yourself, understand your body, understand your limitations. Everyone is unique, everyone is different, everyone has different limitations as to what they can or cannot do, what they can or cannot handle. If at any point any level of discomfort becomes a point where it's just too much, please stop, don't continue. Rather get yourself used to that level that you've reached, and then continue as you get more and more used to it. It's like trying to run a marathon but you've done no training, or trying to be an Olympic swimmer but you've done no training. You'll exhaust yourself. Your body isn't prepared for it. So this is the reason for the breathing technique that I gave you, is to help give you a simple way to help prepare your body for this process. And as you become more fit, so the process becomes more valuable and you start to reach heightened levels of awareness. Other recommendations that I can give you in preparing yourself for the Kundalini is yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong. Those are three wonderful ways to prepare yourself. Normal fitness, dancing. Dancing is a fantastic way to prepare yourself for Kundalini. In fact, dancing actually helps raise the Kundalini. So another one, which is actually an OSHO meditation, which you can have a look at. It's called Dynamic Kundalini, or the Dynamic Meditation, or something like that. I think there's actually two, and you can try those meditations. I will write it out and put it in the space below. So that is the Kundalini. I've been practicing this process that I want to share with you. I've been finding it hugely powerful, very beneficial. I've also been finding the energy at the moment incredibly strong, especially now. We've moved into August, actually coming to the end of August now, 2012, and we are in the final gateways of the year 2012. These next few months are a phenomenal opportunity for us to all move into a full awakened state. So whilst I'm sharing you this process, and it is here as a tool to aid you in that, what is most important is that you deepen within your own tradition, to deepen within your own practice, and hopefully these processes can help you do that. Fundamentally, the idea is to deepen within the light of your own soul. So here comes a question. How serious or how willing are you to serve your soul? Are you ready to take this leap? How willing are you to stop serving the illusion, to stop serving doubt, to stop serving fear, falsehood? Are you ready? Are you truly ready to awaken? And only you can answer that question. And with that, and because I've mentioned how powerful this process is, I would ask you, I'm actually asking for almost some guinea pigs, I suppose would be the term here. Anyone who wishes to try out this process before I eventually put it up for everyone. If you feel ready and you would like to experience this process and practice it and give me some feedback on the process, please email me or inbox me on YouTube. And I'll gladly share the process with you to help you go through it, and please let me know your experiences with it. One of the main reasons I'm doing this is because I've been finding it, whilst it is incredibly powerful, it is also incredibly intense. Now, this might be different for different people. For myself, I've been finding it like this. And it has brought on challenges which I didn't even realize were there. So it is truly pushing me into quite heightened states. And with that, I'm not entirely confident at this point that it is something that should be shared with the general public. And for that reason, I would like to put together a controlled group of people who are obviously willing to try this and get their feedback as to what their experience is with it before I put this up onto YouTube where everyone can just access it. The preparation is hugely important. So if you are only seeing this video now for the first time, please watch the breathing technique. The link I will place it below as well. and practice that as per the way I've described it, and it will help you prepare for that process. With this, I will give another video after this one to help you with another daily process that you can practice. This will be an additional preparation work towards the rising Kundalini process, which I will be sharing. I have to admit, I've been finding it hugely phenomenal, unbelievably powerful, but it's definitely, I feel, more for the advanced user. And that is not to say that if you have never done this work before, you can't do it. I definitely feel that it is something that could catapult people who've only just started, and catapult them very quickly to very heightened states of awareness. We're at a stage now in our evolution where that is very possible. What might have taken years and years and years for us to reach certain states now can happen within a matter of seconds, or days, or months. I've been doing this for a good number of years now, but I've been seeing some miraculous changes in people around me over the last year, just alone. I've seen some very close friends of mine move into completely full awakened states, and that in itself is quite a beautiful thing to see. One in particular, who I've been working with for years, has definitely become fully awakened and is permanently in an awakened state now. And I'm seeing others around me moving into heightened states. Myself, I move into heightened awakened states. I can stay there for a couple of minutes, sometimes days, then I can drop back down. So I'm still yo-yoing a bit, but it's the suffering has definitely nowhere near as much as it used to be. I'll give an example quickly of something that happened to me recently, which was quite an amazing experience for myself. I was having a discussion with my husband, and I won't go into detail as to what the discussion was, but as partners do, you tend to know how to push each other's buttons and which ones to push. And he started pushing a sore spot for me, and I could feel the anxiety within myself starting to rise up. And within a couple of seconds, this phenomenal energy, I had been working with Ilahinoor quite a bit that day already, and I just felt this energy move into me straight away, and just moved straight into that anxiety and dissolved it. It pulled it up into my heart center, and it was gone within a few seconds. And he continued to push buttons, and as the next button pushed, so it did it again and again and again. And it was quite, I was more in awe of what was happening within my own body than what he was actually saying to me. So it is quite amazing to see what's happening, that this energy was being completely shifted within my experience as it was happening within less than 30 seconds. Whereas normally we would sink straight into that anxiety or that frustration or whatever that feeling might be, and get taken over by it. And this wasn't anything that I consciously did, it just naturally happened. It happened automatically. And that I saw as a blessing, and that happened to me a few weeks ago. So it's unbelievable what is happening, and on an additional note there, please share with me any stories of stuff that might be happening with you as well. And well, I will move on to the next video now, Namaste.